Done. Good morning and welcome back to another gorgeous day. Noah's got a sieve, which you're enjoying, aren't you? And we're just about to go upstairs and do our tea. In there. Oh, push the buttons, that's it. Pop it in. Whoa. And now it is time for us to get ready and for Noah to push the washing basket. Now, as much as Noah is very helpful and he does a lot of jobs in the house with us, and I think that's like my number one way to keep a kid occupied, he's also a monkey. That likes going in the freezer. Close it. Good boy. And for some reason really wants to wear this all the time. And despite it being gloriously sunny, it is actually a little bit chilly. It means we get to put on our new jumper. I'll live the life of your dreams jumper. This, if you watch the vlog on the weekend, arrived is the first time we've got stuff from the Walton family. Oh, hello. Are you taking over?
No.
Bye then. Should Daddy put the jumper on? Say cheese, take a picture. Good boy.
Don't shoot the tie.
Now can Daddy have the phone? Ta?
No.
Okay. You put your jumper on. And after all that, my jumper's on. The Walton family shop. If you didn't get that before Noah grabbed my phone and ran off. He's got his jumper on and we're ready to go outside. But Noah's busy being an absolute gangster. What are you doing? And we are back home. But you might be wondering, how come it's not even 9 o'clock yet and you're back home? And that's because yet again, this morning I've got my planning time. So once a week, teachers get time out the classroom, either a morning or an afternoon, to sort out planning for the next week and whatever's coming up, whatever jobs we've got to do. And this week, mine is normally in an afternoon, but it's been moved to Tuesday morning. So I'm at home getting some work done. But if you know me, you know how I like to do things. I like to get stuff done before I kind of have to do it. So while I'm talking and sorting this stuff out, you'll see some shots on the screen of me getting up early this morning and getting my work done. So I got up at about 5 o'clock this morning and I was up to about 10:30 last night, which means I've not had a massive amount of sleep, but it means I've got my few hours of work that I need to do done. So this morning, all I've got to do is answer a few emails, check a few things, fill in a few documents, and then I'm sorted. Which is good because life has always got jobs for us to do. And that washing was absolutely soaking wet, so it needs a spin. So I'm going to use my time wisely and get some of that stuff done. And that is the first round of emails and stuff answered, and the washing has just beeped. And as much as I love wearing this hoodie, and like we said earlier, guys, they're available in the Walton family shop. The link in the description down below. I am going to have to take it off because it's actually pretty warm. And I seem to say this to you guys every week, but I hate doing the washing. It's one of those jobs I can leave for days, and I quite regularly do. But today is not that day. We've got it done. Folded the dry stuff, put the wet stuff on the air. Sort. We are all about living the life of your dream. And one of my dreams is that I'd love to be able to continue to go on walks how often and whenever I want. And I'm very lucky to live in an area where I can do just that. We used to go during lockdown on these walks where basically when we were first allowed out, I took you on one last week where we walked up and down the path, down under the bridge that I never used to go down, but we used to walk past there. This time we're heading off to something called the Brick Pond. Now, that is a pond that is not too far away. I used to go for runs down there and back up. It's only about 5k in total, but it's a lovely, lovely walk. So we're going to get out there and go and enjoy ourselves and go for a lovely little walk before we have to come back and finish off a bit more work and then get into school. So as we set off, you see the bridge that we started last week's adventure at. We set off going down that way and eventually didn't get too far. And how cool is this? They're about to build some new houses on this field, which is a shame because it's a gorgeous field, but you can see the digger right in the middle and they just dug random patches of grass by the looks of it. I mean, I'm sure it makes sense to them. Great big holes appearing in the grass. And we are coming across the same issue we had last week. Again, it's a path that used to be perfectly clear, and I assume again because it was used a lot, and now I've not gone down it in about 3 years and it's basically absolutely overgrown. There is a small path down the middle which hopefully we can make it through and see how far we can get. But last week I didn't mind too much not getting there because I'd never done it before. This week I know there's a spot. I know, butterflies scared me. I know there's a nice path down here to get to, and there's like a bridge we can jump over, a river, and so we've made it into the next kind of field and it's unbelievable. All those houses behind me you can see there, that's the end of the housing estate. And again, it's been a few years, but when we were here, that was all farmland. It was all run down and stuff. I assume the housing companies bought it and built on it. But I'm already kind of like, oh, I don't really know where I am now because my bearings are totally out. I'm pretty sure I need to be heading across that way somewhere. There you go, look, there's a path that follows exactly the right direction Following my nose, we'll make it. But this, I mean, all those houses you can see there, that was all just like this farmland that you could just walk across, paths along the edge of it. And now the houses are being built. There's even more houses being built, like I showed you on that field just by our estate, turning into suburbia. Now I think I found the river. You can see it kind of goes all the way along there behind me. But again, 3 years ago, none of the reeds were there, none of the grass was there. It was just like a massive open gap. And we used to have to walk along this really narrow plank and try and skip our way along that to make it across. And now there's a great big bridge. But we've made it round the edges of the fields. And this is the footpath that should lead us towards the brick pond. What is it with these overgrown paths? Now this is what I'm talking about. I'm hoping it's the right path, but if it's the wrong path, it's a nice path. And we finally made it onto some solid ground. And I know, I recognise this path. This is what we're talking about. We're almost there. And we've only gone and made it. Look at that. This is one of my favourite spots. I've not been down here in so long, but look how peaceful it is. You've got the ducks over there. You've got the lily pads, this little bridge just over there. And hopefully in a few years' time, football goals over there can bring Noah down, have a picnic, play some football, ride our bikes. Fingers crossed, if we ever do this and you guys are still watching these vlogs, then remind me that this video's here and I'll look back at this and think, yeah, look, I made it, I did it. But as sentimental as I might be, the winds are blowing, the clouds are rolling over, and it's definitely time to start heading home again because this has completely been worth it. That's what these tops and jumpers and all that stuff is all about, this whole channel is all about, is making sure we are living the life of our dreams. And this is what I want to do and this is what I want to share. And just like that, guys, we're back across the bridge and we're home. And I've had a chance to cool off, chill out a little bit, and now it's time to get back on with some work. So I've just nipped downstairs because I've done about 45 minutes work and I want to make a little bit of food, and it's turned into an absolutely fantastic meal. We've got two gorgeous lettuce wraps, salad wraps, whatever you might call them. So they're all nice and folded up. Then we're adding in sausages, a couple of pork pies and some sausage rolls. So I'm going to go and devour all of this and finish off my last couple of bits before it's time to head into work. And just like that, it is time to get going, and I'm just having to grab some bits that I need to take with me because after school tonight I've got my football cards / Pokemon trading card club, which I absolutely love doing. So I've got all the cards and I've got a bunch at school already that I'm going to take in, that I'm going to use next year as well with my class, so hopefully give them a bit of motivation to get some stuff done. I've got my jumper just because it's a bit cloudy, and I've got my drink. Even though I have just eaten, I'm still hungry. It's just one of those days. So it's time to get our shoes on and head into work, and as always I will see you when I get home. And we are all home, and Noah has not eaten much food at nursery today, have you? You've been fussy. So he's having a bowl of Rice Krispies as a bit of a kind of supper. And now on to a jam sandwich. Definitely was really hungry tonight.